Hello, all, welcome back to Shankar's channel. Today we are going to learn how we can host a static website um, to S2 bucket using cloud, how we can access it using CloudFront distribution URL. So that's very important and interesting topic. You will get to know how you can, you know, bring up the things on browser using one specific URL, which further you can point it to some domain name that you have set it up for your organization or for that application using either Route 53 or third party DNS management system. But for now, we'll just stick to uploading it, publishing the code to or app code to S3 bucket, and we'll access it from CloudFront distribution URL. So how we can do that? We'll create one bucket, simple bucket with simple configuration. I'm not gonna deep dive into what configuration and what options we get. I'm just going to name it like this. I'll say Shankar's demo bucket for website hosting. Uh, Website hosting. Okay, and I'll choose the region as is. Although S3 is global, but it still will have to choose the region while creating a bucket. I'll say block all public access for now. I don't want my private content to be accessible on the internet. I'll say uh, I'll say just I'll disable everything and we'll keep the simple configurations. So I'll create one bucket. All right, my bucket is created, and I'll go into this bucket and upload two files in here, which is index.html and style.css file. And I hope you remember we covered this in our last session where I hosted this app on EC2 instance, not S3 bucket. So the kind of page that you would be getting after once we are about to, uh, access the URL in next few minutes, that page must be, similar or must be um, visible to you, similar as same as you saw yesterday or in my last video. If you want, you can go through it, how you can access the index.html on browser when it is hosted on EC2 instance. What all requirements as a prerequisite you would like to you should have in EC2 instance. You can just watch the video if in case you missed it. So this is for S3 bucket. The content is same, the file names are same, the file code is same, everything is same. Just an example. I'll go ahead and do this for you. Okay, so I'll say I'll see what permissions do we have, what properties do we have. I'm not gonna do some major change for now, so I'll go ahead and create it, upload it as is. Okay, so two files are uploaded. One more thing I would like to do, uh, I'll go here in permissions, let's say I'll do this later on. I'll first create the cloud distribution. I'll go into cloud, so you can search it from here and then click CloudFront, and then you'll be on this page. Create distribution. I'll say my origin is what website I'm sorry, S3 bucket I just created, and this has the endpoint URL. Origin path, that's optional. Everything is optional, so I'll keep it as is. So you can choose either of these. You can choose this or you can choose this one. So if you choose legacy one, you will get an option to automatically update the bucket policy according to what OAI, origin access identity, you are gonna create here, right? So you should create this to access S3 bucket. This helps you, or this helps CloudFront to access S3 bucket content. So this is very um mandatory you to have it. If you don't create this, you must allow your bucket to be accessible publicly, where which is not actually ideal practice or recommended one. So I would let you choose the recommended settings for now. So I'll create one, create control settings. Let's do like this. I'll say sign request recommended. I'll go with the recommendations. I'll say create. Okay. And I created it. Now it says you must update the S3 bucket policy. So where is the S3 bucket policy for it? This simply indicates bucket policy will be provided to you once the distribution is created. So it simply says CloudFront will provide you with the policy statement after creating the distribution. So we'll keep as is everything for now. I'm not going to change anything major here. I'll say everything to be accessible on the uh, HTTP versions. I'm not going to set any redirectors or something like that. So I'll create distribution here. Now it is in deploying state. I come here and I go right like this. It's in deploying state, so it should be some time zone or date here, and to you know see that whether it is deployed. So you can keep refreshing the page. And meanwhile, what I'll do here is I'll come here in the properties, let's say, and there is an option at the bottom, static website hosting. So I'll edit that. I'll enable it. I'll say just host a static website and use the endpoint as the web address. So the endpoint is index.html, right? And this is like the home or default page of the website. I'll go ahead and do save the rule, save the changes. For now, I haven't done anything major. It's a simple demo session how you can access your website through CloudFront URL. So in CloudFront, when you go into CloudFront, let's refresh it. So meanwhile, what I'm gonna show you is if you click this and say open, this is something you are getting, but this is not picking up the other file that's called style.css, which has complete functions or conditions in the syntaxes that enables you to do some styling part here. So that's kind of like development kind of work. So you can ignore it for now, but to have this website completely working, this URL should pick up both the files to make it visible it properly, or to appear on the browser properly. So what is the status at the moment? It's deploying. Might take a while, but just for a satisfaction, we can go through some settings here. Origins, you can walk through this. Whatever we have set, you can always come here and look into this, right? We you have a lot of configuration settings here. You can see which protocol you have configured this cloud distribution for. So it's HTTP and HTTPS. This is the error page. If you are getting some errors, so it would show you here, or if you can, if you like to create a error page, you can customize it and create it. Anything that you would like to restrict for any particular region, you can use this option, edit it and do it. So CloudFront is basically the like if you have gone through what CloudFront distribution is, so it works on the it works on the basis of caches and all. So what it does, whenever you have any update on the files in the S3 bucket, or any content update you have in the bucket, then whatever whoever the user would be, if they are accessing it on some browsing something like that, then they would get the cached page. So that may not have the updated content on the website. So to have the latest one, you can come here and then create the invalidation, and it would pick up the latest content of the bucket and publish it over the browser. And you can keep the old one or you can remove it. That's up to you. You can tag it who owns this cloud front distribution just for the cost optimization purpose, you can always use this. So that's how it is. So I see that it is now converted into some other format. So it's no longer deploying, it's already deployed. And when it got deployed, it's coming up as today's date. So let's see. I'm going to use this URL and see what I'm getting here. And I would like to visit this page. All right, so I'm getting this. The reason why? Because we have missed that bucket policy here. Like I showed you earlier, we should have the bucket policy as well to allow the cloud distribution to access the S3 bucket content. So let me go here, bucket policy. Mm, okay, we can wait a minute. So it, I somehow closed it then and there. So I will not create any other bucket. Sorry, any other distribution, but I'll just use the bucket policy created by this deployment. Just a moment, create distribution. So this is what we missed. So I'm gonna edit this in the bucket policy, right? And I'll edit the distribution as the previous one that we created, which is already deployed. So that distribution was which one was that? Oh, this one. So distribution ID you just need to copy. And if you would like to have the complete ARN, you can always click this and you can copy this ARN and copy here. But I just replaced the name of it. So I'll just save changes. Now I'll try refreshing the page. Here we go. So this is something you must have already seen yesterday when I created a load balancer, created EC2 machine, hosted this into EC2 machine, and accessed it through load balancer URL. So that's how you can configure it, and why we provision CloudFront. See, what I'm gonna explain you is if I close this and open it, it won't take. It would not take even a millisecond to browse this. I'll hit enter. One, two, three, go. See how quick is this? So it has been cached now. So that's what I was explaining you when I was talking about invalidations, right? So that has been cached, and it will always serve you the page in very mini seconds. You can say, see, I'm hitting it again. It's not even circling for like few seconds on, not circling even for few seconds. It's coming up then and there. So that's what I just wanted you to look at. And it is picking up index.html, which has also encoded or integrated file that is called style.css. That's the reason it's coming up properly and have the champagne foods available so you can order it. Just kidding. So this is not working at all if I click here, because there is no coding done behind this. But if you have the code available, you can provision EC2 instance. You can host your static website through S3 bucket as well. So that's pretty cool, right? So I'll come up with more interesting demo sessions. We'll um, just stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching.